Hello, friendzo. It is, like I just mentioned, we're back. And now it's time for Skylar and Plux by Matse. So, good luck and have fun with this very awesome skin, by the way.
Thank you that you noticed this brilliant, amazing skin. For once, I have not put up an incentive to choose the skin, because otherwise that would be probably Sonic, because Sonic always wins. Anyways, I'm Matse007, and I'm gonna bring you Skylar Plux Adventure on Clover Island, any percent. Brilliant speed run, brilliant speed game, and I hope you will enjoy it. Don't blink it, because then you will miss it. It's a very fast speed run. Yeah, it's Metroid Dread in disguise, to be honest. I just hope my internet is gonna work out, because I see right now that I'm getting German ISP'd again. So yeah, the game and the time starts once we start moving. I'm gonna load into the game for now. I'm just gonna explain a few things real quick. So yeah, as I already said, we're gonna start the time once I start moving, and I will announce also the time when time comes out. But yeah, so are we ready on the timer? I hope we are. So 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So Skylar Plux is a 3D indie platformer, and as you can see, we are going really fast, and that's actually not intended. Kinda, at least it's kinda not really intended. But yeah, we are bunny hopping. And with bunny hopping, we can build up a lot of speed. If you don't know how bunny hopping works, well, basically, every time we fall, well, actually, it consists out of two things here. So first of all, we consistently fall down, and once we hit the ground, we can jump to keep our momentum. And every time we keep on falling, basically, we add more momentum. So that means I'm just gonna go and build up more and more momentum and speed and jump through the levels really fast. There is a speed cap on this, because the developers found out about this. And instead of fixing it, they put a speed cap on it, because otherwise you could just, go through the game with light speed. And yeah, so that was kind of the tutorial. I still need to jump through this tutorial section, but it's going to be very quick. We used to have to collect 300 gems, crystals, but we don't have to do this anymore. Ooh. I missed this cutscene skip. That is a shame, because it's very easy to do. But yeah. But luckily we found out we don't actually need to do that, because, so, as you can see, this giant marshmallow there is locked in a cage, but we don't free it. We need 300 currency to do that, and then it opens up this giant gate for us. But instead, we found out we can just do this. Jump on the tree, jump a little bit around, don't fall down. And yeah, let's try this again. A little bit finicky. Alright. Jump around, and here's everywhere is an invisible wall but here. So we can just jump in here and skip spending 300 currency on freeing the lower of the giant marshmallow. This means, first of all, we don't have to talk to them, and we don't have to collect the crystals, so it's essentially a lot faster. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a safer strat, waiting for this piston to push me, and then I'm gonna use the momentum I get from the piston to fly over and skip a little bit of platforming. But yeah. So now we get one of 3 gadgets in the run and in the game. And it's the jetpack, and it does what a jetpack kind of does. So you can hover and glide down, so glide for longer distances. You can go and charge up a very high jump, and you can also roll. And what I'm gonna do here is gonna get as high as possible, and then from here on jump on this roof. I think it's a roof, and then glide over to get even further out of bounds. So this is all out of bounds. We get here by using the glide plus the momentum we build up from bunny hop, which means we can just glide over long distances. Yeah. it's pretty much all out of bounds right now, and we're back in bounds, and we skipped pretty much 2/3 of the first world by doing this maneuver. But yeah, now we are scaling the last little bit of the mountain and collecting the first out of 3 collectibles that we need to finish the game, which is the fuse. And we need 3 fuses, 1 in each world. Yeah, that's fuse 1. Perfect. Alright, so now because we didn't free the lower, we see 2 lowers, as you can see here. Because they are now duplicated. If we free the first lower, normally it will be released and then the second one spawns in. But because we never freed the first one, we will have now 2 marshmallows there. But we can always talk to the second one. So we don't have to ever spend those 300 currency. And yeah, this is world 2, this is the desert world. We're gonna see a lot of bunny hopping in here. Sadly, I messed some up already, but it's fine. It's a very, very technical world. Also about the bunny hopping, you only have a few frames every time you hit the ground to keep jumping without losing momentum. So now I'm moving in the cutscene. What is going on? Well, you can move in cutscenes if you just tap out of the game, tap back into the game. We found that out by accident, at least I found it by accident at one point because I was bored and had to watch a cutscene, and then I went on Discord and wanted to check DMs, and I figured, oh wait, why can't I move? And eventually I figured out it's because you tap out. Why this happens is completely unsure. What we're doing here right now is we're going out of bounds. Basically, we have to go into this temple, but we're just gonna go and take the exit to the temple instead of the entrance. And then we have to solve this puzzle because, long story short, this tree... Oh well, you don't see it really, but there's a small tree. This tree needs to grow all the way up, because only then we can go and actually collect the fuse. Because the fuse spawns on top of the tree, and the tree is... yeah, not there yet. But yeah, so I'm gonna use the ability to just move in cutscenes, and I'm gonna go and move while this cutscene is playing to speed up the process a little bit. Because otherwise you can't skip them and you can't do any load shenanigans, so I'll just do it this way. There are 3 puzzles in total, and yeah, I have to solve these and then 1 more, and the next one is a little bit more tricky. Yeah. Also, the moving in cutscenes is quite difficult as the camera sometimes locks you. So no matter where you go, you always move towards the camera. So you have to get that unstuck first. Yeah, so now the tree grows another time, and I can again jump on there and platform my way this part. Yeah. If we have a donation, or if you want to say something now, is like one of the few moments where it's actually really good.
Yeah, sure. So, just once again, I'd like to mention that after this run, we got a good old Floa with the Fire Emblem run, where you still have the option for a minimum amount of $1. You can choose the file name, because so far we still don't have any names. And it can be literally anything as long as it has 8 characters and it obviously is nothing offensive or against cost. And yeah, we're still, like I mentioned, $1 single dollar, and you can decide the name. It's in your hands. Chat, you can decide the fate of the name.
Nice.
The thing, the 3 houses Fire Emblem thing. Do it, anybody. You don't have much time left.
Well, I sadly fell down here, which means I'm gonna lose a little bit of time because I have to get back up here again. Alright, I'm back up. Successful. Well, the last cutscene moving in it is very risky and not really marathon friendly. But I'm doing it anyways because my estimate is quite generous. But yeah, so now the tree is actually grown and we can actually also go on top here and collect the next fuse. And yeah, that is pretty much World 2 done, and then we only have World 3 left. World 3 is actually special because we have a lot of skips, glitches and tricks that we're gonna see exclusively in World 3, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna go and give the fuse here, so now we have World 3 unlocked. And as I already... Well, I didn't actually talk about this. This is the time orb we collected earlier. It makes us slow down time and slows down enemies. But yeah. So now another cool feature of the jetpack is that we can roll with it. And the roll has a unique property, but basically, long story short, if you get hit by something or hit by a liquid, you normally get staggered, and then the game puts you back to the last known position you stood still. And you were on ground. Well, what happens if you roll is you just override that animation, which means you can just roll through a liquid that would normally just hurt you and stagger you, and you roll through, land on like any surface, stand still, and then the game will put you back into the level out of bounds, which happened here. So now I was able to skip a very cringy puzzle. Now we're gonna do hammer skip, which is very simple. I used to be very terrible at it, but yeah, now I'm good at it. Smile. But yeah, what we do is we land on the jump, we land on the hammer, jump then on another part of the hammer and use the jetpack. The problem is because the rotation or like the momentum from the hammer is translated to us. If we face the wrong way at the wrong time, we get really bad momentum towards the different sides. So now, I hope this works. Alright, so long story short, we're going out of bounds again. I took a checkpoint out of security reasons, because I don't want to lose this run in the marathon. That would be kind of bad. But yeah, what happened there is I once again rolled, overrode the stagger animation with the roll animation, like that. And then I hold to the right at one point and then release jump, which made me go back inbounds. Well, not back inbounds. Basically, I landed on an unloaded area that loaded in just in time. And then the game said, oh, you stood on that surface. Okay, I'm gonna go and load you back in there. And that saves, again, a lot of times. Yep. What we do here, normally we have to press a button, but in reality we don't. Because I can just go around here and use the momentum bunny hops and don't have to turn on the vents. So now I'm going through this hole out of bounds, which is very convenient that it's placed here. Using the glide and the triple jump, or like the spin attack, to get as fast as possible, and then I position myself here. Using again a little bit momentum from the bunny hops. Get here, then I need to jump around here, and whoop-de-woo, I'm back in bounds. Why did I do this? Well, it takes forever for enemies to load in. And this is actually faster than doing it normally, because we have a gauntlet directly in front of this section. There's an enemy gauntlet, and when you are fast with bunny hopping and everything, the enemies don't even load in. So you have to wait like 10 seconds for the enemies to load. And the out of bounds is usually a little bit slower, but it makes up because the enemies don't have to load. So overall, it's fast. And now the dramatic escape sequence. The lava is rising. Oh no! We could potentially get hurt. But yeah, in any case, I'm gonna go do a ground pound. Then... oh, I messed up the position. So I'm gonna go ground pound, do a double jump, and... yeah. We can just grab the grappling hook node. And we don't have to... yeah... go the long and boring way. But yeah, now I'm gonna go and move in this cutscene and start defeating some of the enemies, because this is yet another gauntlet and I cannot skip this cutscene or do anything, so I'll just clear enemies. And now Mr. Crushing Ball is coming back. I don't know. Okay, I'm at the right position. Perfect. Alright, so now I defeated a good amount of the enemies already. That makes this section a little bit more bearable. Didn't pull the right ones though, but yeah. So now there are a lot of cutscenes, 10 in total after all. After another, we have now a short break, and then there's 3 more cutscenes here. So skip this time a cutscene that I have to skip with space, and now once more another cutscene that I just skip normally. And yeah, with that we are already at the final boss of the game. As I already said, very short speed game. We b-hop our way over, skip the next cutscene. By the way, there's another cutscene. We roll forward, hold forward, left, and then we roll directly into the final boss, which I might be able to one cycle or not. We will see. So time could come up very shortly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and use the rocket. The magnet, fire rocket back at him, and then use the time stop orb to slow down time and spam down jumps, like attack. And I didn't get the one cycle because I messed it a little bit up, and I released the time slow orb. But yeah, long story short, if everything goes right, you can just simply just kill him in one phase. But yeah, time is coming up shortly. Time. Unskippable game immersion. I just blinked at that. Nice one. But yeah, so usually what happens there with the time stop orb, I'm gonna go skip the final cutscene in case you want to play this game. I know it's currently not accessible because the publisher took it down sadly on all storefronts. But yeah, it's a fun game, fun run. So what happened at the very end was we used the time slow orb, which slows down everything, including enemies, and that also increases our DPS phase because we are not slowed down by that. Really good, really good. Yeah, the game is brilliant. I would highly recommend you checking out the speedrun if you're interested in it. The community is really nice. You can find them on speedrun.com on their leaderboards. And yeah, huge shout out to the community. Thank you everyone for having me. I love showing this game because it's a lot of fun, and I love showing it at SpeedCon because SpeedCon is also really a POG marathon. Yeah, thanks for having me, as I already said. The next run is, if I remember correctly, Floha with Fire Emblem 3 houses. I don't know the category, but you will probably find out, or it stands somewhere already, and yeah. That's, I think, all I have to say.
I absolutely love how everyone is just saying which run is coming up next, so like that I don't have to, but yeah. Coming up next is indeed Floa with the Fire Emblem run, and it does look like that we have gotten one donation as a name. $1 from Anonymous saying literally anything works, right? And yeah, currently our name is Anything. So, POG for them.
POG.
And yeah, we'll be jumping into quick intermission. If you don't like the name Anything, with a minimum amount of $2, you can still change the name to something else. Something. No, something is too long, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe it's one too long. Yeah, you get the point. We'll be right back after a short intermission with 3 houses and Matse. So stay tuned.
Bye.
With Flo, with DM.
Yeah, not with me.